your opponent makes a move, you think he's got some nefarious intention. So you spend 20 minutes, and then it turns out that they were just trying to repeat the position.
Yeah, it does happen. Although Magnus usually not how he operates, I would guess.
It reminds me of a funny incident, and I love Vichy, and he's so classy, even when he's justifiably mad about something. There was a famous moment in the press conference of his World Championship match with Magnus when I think a reporter or journalist kept asking him, like, so in the critical moment of the game when you made a mistake, were you really just like sitting there calculating the variations? And Vichy responded, no, I was thinking what to eat tonight. Yeah. And it's like the most Vichy response ever. I love that moment.
They torture Vichy in these press conferences.
I know.
Really
it's like, dude, no, I was thinking about the string theory during the World Chess Championship match.
Yeah, I think that was also the debut for a lot of Norwegian media to start covering big chess events. And, well, obviously they weren't on Vichy's sides, but they also weren't really used to what to ask and what not to ask. So, yeah, I think he had a rough time there. But total gentleman, the legend, Vichy Anand.
Vicious. Yeah, Vichy's great. I've had the chance to commentate with him a few times, and I'm a fan. I'm a big fan, and these top guys make chess fun, and anybody who has the kind of class that Vichy does is a good force for chess. Queen e2 on the board.
Yeah,
okay.
The move you love to play, but gotta play something. And also, we shouldn't forget the Hikaru. We've seen him defend any position on Earth. So, what does Black do? Bishop c4 looks tempting, but that bishop is also on f7, keeping an eye on the h5 pawn. It's doing its job already.
Mm-hmm. You can go queen b5 and repeat.
It's possible. How bad is the endgame? It's pretty bad for white here. Like queen b5 takes, an a4 or whatever. No, it looks terrible.
Bishop g6 came to mind because now the rook on h1 is no longer protected. But bishop g6, maybe there's rook h4 holding everything together. Maybe then d5. Look at those double pins.
Whoa.
It's a cool line.
d5, b3. I don't know. It feels like it's getting messy.
Yeah. What Hikaru wants is to drag Magnus down to a time scramble. And so far, he's not doing a bad job of it. Now Magnus down to 5 minutes. He's got to make a choice. He's got to make a decision.
Yeah, one thing Hikaru almost never does is, even in these disgusting positions like the one he has, he doesn't beat himself. Like, he will make you beat him, find good moves to increase the pressure. And it's very, very hard to do against almost infinite resistance. Even for the very best players like Magnus, we've seen Hikaru defend so many positions. It's a very unique skill.
Yeah, there's nothing more frustrating than thinking you have a forced win. All chess principles seem to indicate that you have a forced win. Hikaru's king is like on h5 and there's no pieces around it, and you've got 6 pieces surrounding that king, and there's no mate. There's no forced win. And it's, it seems like magic, but it's just the product of the fighting spirit and, one-of-a-kind view of the board and chess vision that these players have. Of course, Magnus does the same thing when he's defending and the shoe's on the other foot. Right now, he's down to 4 minutes. Maybe not too happy at Queen a4. It feels like that might have been a step in the wrong direction, Jan.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It felt slightly off topic, still keeping an edge. But maybe it's time. Oh no, d5. He doubles down.
Good man. I think that's a great move. I think that's the move that the position demanded, and it justifies queen a4 because now e4 is hanging.
Huh? If ed, bishop d5. It's also awkward for white. The rook doesn't have an obvious square. Let's say rook g1. Ugh.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Ooh.
Bishop c4, rook d8. It's feeling very matey.
Yep.
2 minutes for Hikaru. B3 came to my mind and bishop a3 check, but that's just one check, and that endgame is dead loss. You're just dropping all the pawns in the world.
It's 2 pawns, yeah.
No, this is somehow when d5 was played, just looking at Hikaru's facial expressions, it's miserable.
He's not happy.
Yeah. Bishop f3 really screwed him over. I mean, if he had played pawn f3, White was very much in the driver's seat.
Very different game. Also, white position much easier to play. Bishop g5, whatever. Queen d2. Put the king somewhere.
He trades
Rook
h2.
Bishop f3. Ugh. Not pretty, but once again, he's not beating himself.
Yeah, and White only needs a few moves to resurrect him. Like bishop e3, if he can get that rook involved. Black's king is, let's not forget, still on e7. So Magnus has to be precise in this position. Queen c6, bishop f3, I showed with an arrow, I think is one way to try to set up a nice domination on the light squares. He's played it. There we go.
Also stopping b3 because c3 is hanging.
And rook h3 to stop bishop f3. Maybe then you go g5. f4, last ditch attempt by Hikaru to complicate the game. Here he goes. It's scary when Hikaru does it.
Yeah.
Bishop f3.
But the white king is so open.
Yeah.
Queen
and don't be
e3.
Yeah, I mean, even the king could actually slide out of the way to preempt f takes e5, because then a rook would come to e8. Yeah, Hikaru's nonplussed about this. Rook d8 also looks good. 1 minute now on his clock. He's not going to resign, though. There's still chess left to be played here.
So tough. Yeah, Queen e3 played. I was even wondering if rook takes h5. If there's already a way through. Rook h5, rook h5,
oh, yeah.
bishop h5, fe, queen h1, king f2. And then something smart. It looks like this.
Rook g8 to g2, already jumping over the pawn.
That'd be nice, yeah.
Okay. Magnus is looking for the knockout. This is where Hikaru's bread is buttered sometimes. You're like, where's that forced win? It's got to be there. Where is it? Why is my clock ticking down? Why am I not winning anymore? Why am I losing all of a sudden? How is this happening? What's the meaning of life? Why does this happen every time against Hikaru? But Magnus, of course, I don't think is going to let any of this happen. King f7 is the best
engine time here. 238. King f7 is the move. Yeah, that's a nice one. Also,
King f7 is a brilliant move.
Checks, yeah, in the future. It's very classy. And hang on. No, he did take on h5. Yeah, we get this.
Queen h1, king f2, though. And what now?
Still looks terrible, but how do you get the job done? King f2, and no, queen h2, king e1, king f1, f5. Oh no, he went rook e8. Huh?
Lovely. Ef king f7 would win. That is a Magnus move. That is just like the epitome of a Magnus move right there.
What's next? If king f2, then he wants king f7, yeah, and then to take on e5 with the rook. Then once all the attackers are there, the game will play itself. Yeah, Hikaru doesn't like it.
Yeah. It's over. Now it's over. And rook e8, right? That's the secret sauce. That's the moves we take for granted. When if you don't find a move like that, the game goes on. Anything can happen. Magnus.
Especially if you have an option like Queen H1 check, which many people would probably play automatically, drag the king out. But no, take your time, invite everyone to the party. The fruit will ripen in its own accord.
20 seconds for Hikaru, but the time isn't even the problem here. It's position. E6 might be tried, I think. But king f8 and it's over.
King f8, yeah.
There's no moves. There are no moves.
Queen
h3, no. Queen
G1,
ugh.
Queen G1.
No.
King f7 anyway, no? And then bishop f4.
Queen e4. Queen e4, queen e3, rook e5.
Yeah.
Queen e3, rook e5 is nice, actually.
Yeah. It's painful. No, he goes bishop e3. But it's not even allowed to castle. Rook e5, the bishop on h5
but
castles the d1 square. No castle allowed.
Queen e4, bishop g6. I mean, yeah. Goodbye.
Wow, this is reaching the point where I think I would win this, which normally means it's time to say goodbye.
Takes e3, maybe? Yeah, deserves consideration.
Move. Not forced. Queen d3. Not terrible either, but yeah. Rook e3 is pretty clean. And Hikaru does resign. What a titanic struggle. Magnus Carlsen wins.
Instead of bishop f3?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The bishop on c1, you mean? Yeah, still
Yeah.
knight f6?
Yeah, knight f6, bishop g5, and then...
Yeah, but I mean, black should be better here with king f8 and knight h5, I thought. I mean, it's better than the game, obviously.
Yeah,
but
yeah, of course I'm completely fine. And the opponent f3 is good for me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's just...
Yeah,
it's an easier position for black. So maybe not better, but easier.
I think Hikaru drank the Kool-Aid there.